Hi, this is Mrs. Graham, and I'm going to record a really short video on using commas in a series. Commas are the type of punctuation mark that a lot of people complain about learning how to use, but once you learn how to use them, you're golden. You won't ever have a problem again. So I'm going to teach these to you, and hopefully you just get these in your head and you'll never have a problem and never have to worry about them again. The simplest one of these to learn is the commas in a series. So we're going to start there. And also let me tell you that the word comma is from the Greek word and it means to cut. This is just trivia. This means to cut. And also, just so you know, there is such thing as a butterfly called the comma butterfly, which is a common butterfly found in England, and it's actually a very ugly butterfly, but just some common trivia. So commas in a series clearly means that you are using something in a list. So it's like a grocery list. So Jonathan, comma, Bess, comma, and Stuart are best friends. So basically you're just listing. Mark, please remember to shut down the computer, comma, feed the dog, comma, and iron your uniform. I mean, I don't think anyone irons anymore, but you know, you can just throw it in the dryer and it gets all the wrinkles out. Okay, next one. I need pens, comma, pencils, comma, and notebooks. So you see how easy this is. All it is comma in a series. It's like a grocery list, and you just put commas in to separate the things in your list, and that is all. If you look at this next example, at the shop, I bought some bacon, comma, eggs, comma, and beans. It's just the same exact example I showed you before. But you see that this last comma that comes before the conjunction, that is actually something called the Oxford comma. A long time ago, and actually I was born in 1970, which is a long, long time ago, that comma used to be debated, and people used to say, well, you don't have to use that comma. But we've come to the conclusion, or like 80 to 90% of grammarians have come to the conclusion that you should use it. And let's just say that you definitely should use it, and I'm going to prove my point right now. So hold on. Okay. Let's say you don't believe in the Oxford comma. You said, we went caroling with our dogs, Grandma and Grandpa. See, if you have the comma here, whoops, I did not mean to do that. If you have a comma here, it makes sense, right? Then the picture doesn't make sense. We went caroling with dogs, our dogs, Grandma and Grandpa. That would mean that you had three, I'd say, I call my dogs people practically, right? All these people went caroling. That would make sense, right? But no, if you don't believe in the Oxford comma, right, then you wouldn't have this third comma here. Then it would say, we went caroling with our dogs, Grandma and Grandpa. And if you can see, like the picture. Okay, it's not that funny, but you get the point. All right, let's go to the next one. With the Oxford comma, we invited the rhinoceri, that's plural for rhinoceros, by the way, Washington, and Lincoln. So these are three groups, as you can see here, clearly. All right. Without the Oxford comma, we invited the rhinoceri, Washington, and Lincoln. It combines them together. Okay. This is a great example of why you use the Oxford comma. With the Oxford comma, this says we had eggs, comma, toast, comma, and orange juice. And you really want to keep these bad boys separate, you just do. But without the Oxford comma, it said I had eggs and then toast and orange juice. And it looks like they're together because there's no separation. And so if you can look, it looks like the orange juice is actually on top of the toast, which I think we can all agree would mean that the toast would be soggy and wet with orange juice, which would be absolutely disgusting. So I'm going to go back and say that this comma at the end of your list that's beside the conjunction is called the Oxford comma and is insanely important. And I have little trust in people who don't use the Oxford comma. So I hope that all of this has made a lot of sense to you. Commas in a series, and just like commas in a series, this is a series of videos that I hope help you a lot. You can refer back to these as you're studying. Thanks.